What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Acoustic Sessions. I'm your host, John Covey Cole. Got my buddy Tyler Carden here today. How you doing, bro?
Doing good, man. How about you?
Pretty good, man. Trying to stay cool. It's starting to get warm. It's that time of the year again.
It's going to be muggy here
I don't
soon.
know how in the world you stay cool with all that hair, bro.
Yeah, well, it's fun when you work at a marina.
Well, just dip it in.
Yeah, you just
dip it in,
it down
about
there.
your business.
Air conditioner works great in that store.
Right on. Brother, I appreciate you coming on, man. Let me ask you a few questions so these guys at home can get a little bit more familiar with you.
No problem, man.
So you're 16, right?
17 now.
17. Oh, we had a birthday.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. So what got you interested in playing music? And how long have you been playing?
Well, it really depends on what instrument you're talking about. It really does.
Just music in general, bro.
Well, when I was little, before I was even born, music was always around me. I always heard it. It was always there. And then after I, got older, Dad was a drummer.
Okay, cool.
At 5 years old, I think 5 or 6, I got one of those little first act kits, and that started all of it. And then I went into the program that I'm in now, not really knowing what I wanted to do, and walked in like, I'm a drummer. I count to 4, And now I've got everything else under my belt: guitar, bass, piano. You can throw me in. That's all that matters. And I've always been influenced by stuff. I was the 6-year-old in the car singing Megadeth with Mom. Like it was Megadeth, and Metallica was there, and then I've got all the blues stuff that backs all that, all the way from Government Mule down to Eric Clapton. And
take notes, parents. This is how you do it right here.
Government Mule, Warren Haynes, highly recommended.
So you mentioned a few of the instruments you play.
Yeah.
What is your favorite to play?
Ooh. Choose here, aren't you?
Man.
Put me on the spot. It depends on what mood I'm in. If I just want to chill out and just kind of express myself, I'll sit down with a guitar. The cool thing is I can be electric guitar and have all my effects there, and I can plug it in and I can put it in headphones.
Right.
I don't have to wake anybody up. It could be 3:00 in the morning, and if I feel like I want to write something, I can plug those headphones in and just sit down and play. Or if I just want to chill out, if I need to relax, I can play guitar. If I want to get angry, I play drums.
Yeah.
Or like Flea for bass. If you're really mad, just
Beat
smack the crap out of it. Yeah, but I guess guitar would probably be my favorite.
Okay, I've tried to play a couple different instruments, and I can get by on the drums. I can count to 4, like you said. Do a little run.
That's the way I'm with piano. I can get around. I know where I'm at. I'm not completely lost all of the time, but I'm there.
I could do some of these. And it sounds good.
I know where a chord is.
Yeah, get a chord. Throw a couple over. Man, I'm jamming.
Yeah.
But it's fun playing piano.
It really is.
And what I found from playing different instruments is they're all the same, but they're not. Stringed instruments, most of them.
Yeah, stringed instruments most of them are tuned. Mandolin's just weird.
Yeah.
It's all upside down, and a G is just so simple. See, the thing I found with that is when you go to a different instrument, you get musical ideas that you don't get on the instrument you're always on.
True. Very true.
So if you're used to opening a solo with the same thing that you're improvising, when you go into a different instrument, you don't really know exactly where that is by natural feel.
Right.
That's the way I've always been with it.
First song I ever written, I was probably 14 years old, and I had an old Casio keyboard.
Oh,
it was the style that you could, just keep a steady loop of a song going. You could just change the key with what you push. And I wrote a rap song, which is total left field from the kind of music that I do.
Play now, yeah.
But like you said, that's just what I was feeling with that instrument.
The first song I really wrote was a metal song.
Okay.
Drop D, heavy guitar, gung, 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 really, and it's nothing what I play now.
Right.
Like, now if you find a song that I'm writing, it sounds like Government Mule, it sounds like stuff John Mayer would play, and that's just because it's what I listen to. But I know where you're coming
from.
from.
I'm the opposite. I was talking to somebody on the show earlier this season about that. It's weird. The music that I enjoy listening to is not the music I write. I don't know why, but it's not. I mean,
I've been there.
Like my 3 favorite bands probably are System of a Down, Metallica, and Breaking Benjamin. And the stuff I write, you've heard some of my stuff. Yeah. It's nothing like that.
No, it's real folky and stuff. But there ain't nothing wrong with that. That stuff's fun to write.
It just blows my mind how just how different that is. Because you'd think that would be the kind of music I would want to put out. But
when you think the stuff you relate to, but when guys like me and you sit down, we don't have, Metallica writes in a studio with all of them sitting there in front of each other with all their effects. Man, me and you sit down with an acoustic guitar. What comes out of it comes out of it. Yeah. It's what comes from the soul, man. That's how it works.
I tell you what, man, I would have loved to have went and seen them. They're on tour, and I'm afraid I might have missed my chance.
I think, I wish I could have. Hindsight, I wish I could have. Beforehand, I'm a big fan of them. I don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest fan. I enjoy their music, but it was kind of like I could live without it. And now it's like, I really screwed up. I should have gone. I should have found the closest place, hopped in the car and gone for it. But
I almost went. It was in Baltimore. That was the closest they were to us, which is about a 5-hour haul.
Yeah, that's a good ride.
It was them, Avenged Sevenfold, and Volbeat, and that would have been.
Volbeat's worth it in its own.
Those guys, their versatility is what kills me. I mean, every album sounds different, and that's amazing to me because far too often you see these bands that have a sound and that's it. Yeah. But Volbeat, I mean, they're bouncing all over the place. Metallica tried to change their sound and that sucked.
Oh, yeah, we know what happened with that. We don't talk about Load. We don't talk about Reload.
Hey, Load and Reload I like. I'm talking like Saint Anger and...
Oh, Saint Anger. Everybody hates on the snare drum from Saint Anger. I'm just...
Well, you're a drummer. What do you think?
Tighten up the snares, man. I mean, if you're going for that loose sound and you work the mix around it, but they kind of went for that loose sound and wanted everything else. Like, it's kind of like in that, well, I guess during Saint Anger, weren't they kind of going through the argument, or was that the Black Album?
Don't put me on the spot.
No, well, it's kind of like Kirk wanted one thing, James wanted one thing, and coming together didn't work very well, in my opinion. I didn't like.
There was a few tracks on there I enjoyed. Saint Anger was okay. Shoot Me Again, I think was the name of another.
They don't need 7 strings, that's all I'm going to say. They're
leave
fast
enough.
Korn. Korn does their own thing, and then when they cover something, oh my gosh, Another Brick in the Wall, part 1, 2, and 3 covered by them. If anybody ever tries to do it in a metal fashion, they don't follow that rule of that as a rule of thumb, I don't think it'll ever go anywhere. That's just, in my opinion, if David Gilmour was metal, that's how it would have sounded. Yeah. Like, it's just so great. But with Metallica, don't change their sound. Volbeat, they can do anything they want to.
Oh, man.
Those guys. Avenged Sevenfold's another one that does that kind of stuff. Yeah. I mean, Little Piece of Heaven, even though it's not really theoretically a very clean song, it's the musicality all the way across that and all the authentic instruments and voices is just so amazing. They put a lot of work into that.
And I'll tell you someone who's really surprised me through the years. Seems like their biggest hits are cover songs. Is Disturbed.
Disturbed. Oh my gosh.
They started out with, was it Shout? That was their first big single.
Yeah, I think so.
And it was a cover song from back in the 80s. And then they had a couple hits here and there, and then they come out and did The Sound of Silence. And it was amazing.
Disturbed doesn't get enough credit because
David Draymond can sing.
When you listen to exactly. When you listen to Down with the Sickness, it's like, okay, he's just screaming into the microphone. There's a lot behind what he's doing.
Oh yeah,
there definitely is. I can't do it without hurting myself. The fact that they can is amazing. But when you hear him sing, just natural voice, it's just so phenomenal.
I hate to compare him to the late Chris Cornell, but he is another one that can go high and low.
And like it's such a broad spectrum
of it's nothing.
Frequencies he can cover.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Chris Cornell was really good about that too. That was one of them. I respected him, but I didn't listen to a lot of his stuff. And I regret that because
I was the same way with Prince. I was like, he's great at what he does.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just not really my bag.
Can you make it rain harder? Come on, it's just awesome.
Yeah, I found an acoustic video of Prince on stage, and he was sitting there bantering with his crowd.
Yeah,
and I was like, that is awesome. Right
there,
I mean, it was just him on stage.
I mean, Super Bowl.
Yeah,
him Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Prince, it's raining. Can you make it rain harder? Well, he went out there and it rained harder, but nobody cared. Nobody cared. It was Prince. That's just how it was. And personally, I think he did, even compared to Michael Jackson, I think he did one of the best Super Bowl shows. But one thing I do want to say, I'll give credit to her where credit is due. Lady Gaga, you're going to ban me from the show for this. I respect her completely for her Super Bowl performance.
Okay.
Because
that was what I'm waiting on.
That is the world's, well, that is at least the country's football game. Everybody watches Super Bowl. I'm not a big football fan, and I watch Super Bowl.
That's okay. We've all been against you.
She could have stood up and said something and divided the country.
Totally could have.
But she didn't. That's
I know there was a lot up in the air before that performance.
There really was. Now, she did have her, like, within songs, the little tweaks, like listening to the song or the history of the song, looking back. She's kind of making a joke or dividing, but she didn't come right out and say, you know, blah, 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 and divide the whole country on everybody's game night.
Right.
That was the cool thing. That's why I give her respect where respect is due for that. Now, I'm not saying that her performance had anything better than Prince's or Michael Jackson's or anybody else.
Well, she put on a good show.
She did. She did her job. She didn't divide everybody. She went out there, did what she was supposed to do, and went back. That's what I
couldn't read her poker face. I couldn't.
No, I couldn't either. She beat me, man.
I tried.
I'm paying my car payment now with pennies. It was rough, man.
So, my man, you're 17. Are you a senior this coming fall?
Yep.
Sweet, man.
Kind of in the middle with that one.
Yeah, the fun stuff starts after high school.
Oh, yeah. I've been told.
Do you plan on furthering your musical knowledge after high school? You plan on going to college to try to better your understanding of music, or you kind of just...
I'm at a crossroads with that.
Okay.
Because I've got so many things under my belt thanks to the program that I'm a part of. Liberty High School's program is phenomenal.
What's the saying you guys have? I believe in Liberty High School?
I believe in Liberty High School, and I love it. And I rep that completely. But,
I tell people all the time. I that was where I went to school as well. I tell people all the time. I wish so bad that I had a Mr. Rodriguez.
Yeah, I know.
When I was in school.
Yeah, see,
I imagine it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I looked at him and said, "I'm a drummer. I count to 4," and he goes, "Here's a guitar." And I'm like, shiny.
Wow.
But I've got so many things that I could go and do. I could go to a 2-year tech college for something in music, or even a 2-year tech college in video production or anything like that. And I feel like I could make it. I do want to try and give. Now, this isn't a promise. I really want to try and give at least 1 year between college and high school to where I can just focus on what I've got going on now. Yeah, because once you get momentum going...
It's a rabbit hole, brother. You got to watch yourself.
Yeah, it really is. You got to be careful. And once you get momentum going, it's like a snowball effect rolling down a hill. Yeah, eventually it'll take out a car crossing down, across the road. But you have accidents. But there's so much opportunity. And I've looked into doing that for a year and then going to maybe, Glenville State College or someplace like that and coming out with a music ed degree if I can sit down and deal with music ed degrees. Right. At the very least, if I can't make it somewhere, maybe I can teach somebody that will make it somewhere.
That's always been my thing, because I tell people all the time, I'm not trying to make it, if you will, at this point. Yeah. I just want to have a little fun, hopefully spread a little bit of knowledge to the next person.
Definitely.
Help them out in their journey.
Yeah. I mean, even right before we opened up the camera, just you and me sitting here noodling a little bit, that's just, you learn a lot just hanging out and playing with people.
You do.
Especially when you've got a base level knowledge, like you understand keys and time signatures and just how music kind of works.
Do you remember the time in your life when you didn't understand that?
Definitely.
And you tried to play with somebody, they're like, yeah, what key you playing in? And you're like, R, I don't know.
Yeah, I've been...
Just play it like this.
Rhythm was never an issue, because rhythm is felt to me.
Yeah.
If you give me I'm on.
Right.
I can stay on. Sometimes I get a little heated and I go fast. But definitely with...
Drummers.
Yeah. I've played for you. You know how I am.
Yeah.
No, tonality-wise or tone-wise, I remember a time when it was really confusing. Because there was a point in my life where I thought the first chord that you started on initially was the key.
Yeah.
Which oftentimes it is.
Yeah. But sometimes it's not.
Yeah, through further experiences. Yeah, through further experiences, especially with some, Fish and Government Mule and Rush and all these guys that do that progressive stuff. It definitely isn't, even down to Kid Rock. So, I mean, his stuff isn't like that. It's everywhere, but it's also, sometimes it's
I got
like that.
request for a Kid Rock song the other night at one of my shows. It's, you never met a mother like me.
At least you didn't get Ball with the Ball or whatever. Yeah,
Ball with the Ball.
Yeah, that'd be... Oh, I'd pay money to see you sing that. Oh, that'd be so great. Oh, maybe we'll
I probably won't let it out live. Yeah.
Not me either.
We might do that off the air.
Yeah, I'd be out of breath.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I got, man. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to switch up the format. You guys watching, if you've watched before, usually I'll throw out a cover song and we'll go with that. But I think I'm going to play one of my originals today. That's cool with you?
Yeah.
Cool to pick along with me?
Yeah.
Actually, recorded a demo of this song, was it 2 years ago? Roughly?
I was a freshman, so it was about it might have been about 3 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. I know. We've known each other for so long and we haven't at the same time.
Yeah, we've known each other. It's the digital age of knowing each other.
It really is, yeah.
Like, yeah, I know Tyler. I ain't talked to him about a year and a half.
Yeah.
I know him.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It's like my brother, you working a summer job where he works at.
Yeah. We drive each other crazy every once in a while.
You just got to kick him in the balls.
Oh, yeah. You could give him a little kick in the rear.
Yeah, just get a... But yeah, man, let's do one of my originals. It's called Dance.
Sounds good.
I'm sure you'll have no problem following along the musical mind that you have.
I just make it up, man.
Yeah, just say fake it till you make it.
Yeah. You're gonna lay tracks over this, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Great.
It's called Dance. Dreams come, dreams go. No one knows which road to follow. Everyone is stuck in the mind of them. Things change, we rearrange everything we've ever known. Trying to move ahead in this crazy world. Find your way along this road. Everyone will get their chance. Everyone will have their dance underneath the moon. One life to live, so do what you want to do. No one knows you like you do, but they'll be there when you be you. Just keep living how you choose and dance. And I don't know what's going on, but I know what went wrong. The kids are staying after school. Mom and Dad have got better things to do. There's still hope to find your way along this road. Everyone will get their chance. Everyone will have their dance underneath the moon. One life to live, so do what you want to do. No one knows you like you do, but they'll be there when you be you. Just keep living how you choose and dance. Live your
El Mariachi, Mexican restaurant and cantina on Airport Road in Beaver. Open 7 days a week, offering a mouth-watering array of delicious Mexican cuisine. Stop by and see Jay and Jose, and you'll see for yourself why El Mariachi was voted the best Mexican restaurant in southern West Virginia. El Mariachi will spice up your day.
Yeah, man, there's a song of mine. You did well on there. I knew you would. I had no doubt in my mind.
Good at making it up.
But I was talking to Mr. Rodriguez the other day, and he was telling me you guys are gearing up for band camp soon.
We are actually. We've got a meeting tomorrow talking about it, and I'm going to be at a fishing tournament while they're at the meeting. So he's going to tell Mama how many socks to pack for me, even if it matters or not.
You're a singer now, so you kind of get by with stuff like that.
Not
right?
really, no. I looked at him and I was like, it's at 6, right? And he's like, yeah. What's your schedule conflict? I was like, well, I was going to fish a fishing tournament. He's like, just send Mom. I'm like, I love you. Thanks. You're awesome. Woo! But, yeah, we are. We're getting ready for camp. It's going to be a lot of fun. I always get excited for it, especially since it's my last year.
Yeah, I mean.
I'm probably going to cry my eyes out senior night, but that's okay. You know, that's how it goes. That's part of the reason. That's why I said I was on the bridge earlier.
No lie, Tyler. High school's some of the funnest times of your life, man.
Oh yeah, you know, and the thing that really sucks is I've got this massive group of people that back me and that are always there with me. They don't
quote
just back
unquote
me.
Friends.
Yeah, friends. No, they're definitely just like family. You know, they back me, I back them. You know, and we're always together. I've got one of them. I hate to catch him off guard. Brian Schuster, if you're watching this.
Hello, Brian.
Yeah, you
Good
know
dude.
Brian. Good old
dude.
Brian.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, he's not a singer, too, is he?
He sings a little bit, yeah.
I know he's not a singer. Is he graduating this coming year?
He's graduating this year, too.
Wow.
Yeah, he's yeah, there's going to be a bunch of us. There's a lot of us.
You're going to leave Rod picking from the cupboard, ain't you?
Well, we've done pretty good about finding some people. One of our drummers, she's a multi-instrumentalist, she's actually probably way better at guitar than me.
Now, there's another young man I met about the same time I met you. David, I think his name?
David, yeah. Dave's
still
playing
around?
bass. Dave's still playing bass. He plays all kinds of stuff. He plays bass with our concert band.
Oh, sweet.
So not only is he reading tablature and, you know, being around us playing, the first time I really, really enjoyed playing with him was over at his house. And we're getting ready. This is, you know, months before camp at this point. We're getting ready for a Rush show. And he's a bass player, and I'm a drummer. And, you know, I figured, okay, if we can get us
that's key
tight,
right there, especially when it comes to Rush.
Yeah, with Rush and 4 of their biggest songs all blended together. If we could get us tight, and then everybody else is less to worry about.
You said 4 of their biggest songs. I got to think of what they are. Fly By Night.
Yep.
Tom Sawyer.
Yep.
2 more. I'm not a big Rush fan, Tyler. You got to bear with me, brother. Don't hold that against me. Okay?
I won't. Spirit of the Radio and YYZ. We had an interlude from YYZ.
I'm not sure for either one of those songs. I'm sure I've heard them.
You have. Spirit of the Radio was a really big one back when I guess that was the Chronicles album. But they did a bunch of stuff, and we did that, and we got together, and it was so awesome to see him just flying up the neck with some of the stuff from Tom Sawyer and all that, because we did almost the entirety of Tom Sawyer.
Yeah.
And it was just like...
Well, that's the most well-known.
Oh, yeah. No, did we do Fly By Night? Yeah, we did do Fly By Night. Okay, I got a little confused. Rod will type it in the comments. I know.
Yeah, he'll say something.
But yeah, he'll tell us what it was.
And then last year, did you guys do like a Shinedown?
No, that was the same year. We did Shinedown too, and then I got to meet their ex-guitarist.
Yeah, whenever he did the clinic up at Munchies.
Yeah, we did the clinic up at Munchies, and it was cool because not a lot of people came out for the clinic because, you know, everybody just wants to come for the show. You got the one-on-one time.
So
it was like me and one of our other guitarists, Matt Stover. He came up there with us. You haven't met him yet. He's a cool dude. Killer metal guy, like Through Fire and the Flames. Mind blown.
Yeah.
Killer guy, great music. It was me and him and like one other dude. But we did that. And this past year we've done stuff. We've done some blues pieces. We've got some really nice stuff planned.
You got any spoilers for this coming year yet? You got to hold them in.
I should probably hold most of them in. I know some of the stuff we're going to be doing, and I know it's going to be really awesome, especially a football game.
Yeah.
You know, if you guys watch the Super Bowl, you'll know a couple of them.
You guys playing for the Super Bowl this year?
I wish. No, we can fill a room like that. No,
right.
we've done some cool stuff. They've been really good about throwing me up on a 6-foot ego tower and shooting smoke at me.
Sweet.
We got to do one of my, by far, as much as I talk about all these other artists, one of my favorite artists, Joe Walsh. He's always been, because I remember, I was an Eagles fan. Mom was an Eagles fan. Desperado still makes me cry.
A friend of mine went and seen the new lineup last night, and I think it was in California, maybe.
Well, see, they got Glenn Fry's son or something,
Yeah,
don't they?
yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, that's the only way they could have done it.
That's like, who was it? It wasn't Korn. It was...
No, it was Korn with...
what you call his boy?
Yeah, Metallica.
Rob Trujillo's boy.
Yeah, Rob Trujillo's
I wasn't saying that,
he
man.
rocked it, too. Did you see
they got videos out there? I
Oh,
haven't seen
my
them.
gosh. Not only is he playing up to Korn standards,
Yeah.
he is all over the stage. They gave him his
Does
own
he play
solo.
like his dad?
Yeah, he plays like his dad.
Sweet.
He's got it down there at his ankles. I mean, he keeps it pretty low. But you know the thing with Robert Trejo, right?
What?
You know why he's a bass player and how he
Nope.
plays so fast with such a percussive sound?
No clue.
His father was a flamenco guitarist.
Really?
So
he had the
flamenco thing, seeing it all the time. So every time he saw a guitar, that's what he thought of. And then when he got a bass, all that, and there's an interview somewhere if you can find it, and I might comment the link to it. But it was, they were talking about it, and there's actually a video of him with Metallica sitting down. He sits down with an acoustic guitar and takes off flamenco style. And James looks over at Kurt and goes, "You're fired."
I'm going to go ahead and tell these folks a couple things I got going on. I've got a couple shows coming up. This Thursday, I will be at Calcino's with Jason Brown, starting at 7 o'clock, I believe. And then the following week, we're going to be doing a benefit for Shady Springs wrestling team down here at El Mariachi. And then the same week, Wednesday the 26th, we're going to be back at TCR's in Bluefield. So if you guys ain't doing nothing, come out and hang out with us. But before we get out of here, man, I would love to play another song.
Well, let's do a good song I used to dedicate to a good friend of mine that passed away a few years ago. You think Drink a Beer by Luke Bryan?
Okay, I'm not a big Luke Bryan fan, but I love the message of that song.
I never have either. Yeah, that's what I say.
song.
The message to it just.
I guarantee you didn't write that song. Feel bet?
I called money on it. He didn't. They don't have to. It's Stadium Country. They just got to put 4 chords to it, which you'll see.
Dirt Road.
Yeah, what a blue truck, suede shoes, running around, it's old, yeah. Mad Lib style something, and just hope it goes well.
Down, simple adjective.
Yeah, rolling down, simple adjective.
Yeah, man, let's do it, brother.
All right.
When I got the news today, didn't know what to say, so I just hung up the phone. Took a walk to clear my head. This is where the walking live. Can't believe you're really gone, and I don't feel like going home. So I'm gonna sit right here on the edge of this pier, watch the sunset disappear, and drink a beer.
Funny how the good ones go too soon, but the good Lord knows the reason why, I guess. It's funny how the greater plan is too hard to understand. Right now it don't make sense. I can't make it all make sense, so I'm gonna sit right here on the edge of this pier, watch the sunset disappear. Drink a beer. So long, my friend, till
watch the sunset disappear. Drink a beer. Drink a beer. Drink a If I don't tear you up a little bit inside, I don't know what will. Well,
Hey, that's the truth.
it's a good song, man. It really is. Everybody's, well, not everybody, but most everybody knows somebody that's come and gone and wishes they had one more chance with him.
Oh, yeah.
Some people don't realize that he's not literally talking about a beer.
Mm-hmm.
He's just saying that I want to do that one thing with you that we always used to do together. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah. See, the thing that I really like seeing is you hear about it. Burning Rock actually does a big get-together every year. It's the Ride for Danny Wall.
yeah,
And it's not so much about riding, even though that was one of his passions. It's more about, the problems that people go into and helping them when they come out of certain programs. There's a massive world of they come out of a certain program to help them get away from something,
Right.
and the people that are there in the program with them are offering them a step back into that world, and it's
Right.
terrible.
yeah.
And they do that ride every year, and it raises money and awareness. Actually, I don't even know if it raises money. I know for sure it raises awareness to programs that help past what these specific programs are made to do, and it keeps people that are really close there. I'll never forget, this time I was over at my buddy's house, spent all week riding four-wheelers, all my clothes are covered in mud, and it was time to go to church. And I came out, and my shirt had some mud specks on it, and he looked at me and said, "You're going to wear that to church?" And I was like, "It's all I got." And he took his shirt off and gave it to me and went and got another one. Literally gave me the shirt off his back to go to church. And this awareness that's being raised, Burning Rock does it every year, and it's to keep people that may have had their demons but were overall great people, there with their families and the people that know how much they mean to them.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. I love seeing what the family's done with that. I think
That is
he'd be
pretty
proud,
cool. Yeah, that is pretty cool.
I think he'd like
Awareness
seeing it.
is really important, especially these days where
Definitely.
the world is the way it is.
We have so many problems in the state of West Virginia, far beyond economy, far beyond
Oh yeah.
what's going on for the greater good,
That's for another show. We could sit
It really
and
is.
talk
We could
about
talk
this
about it for hours.
a long time. But
We'll
anyway,
start a series.
Tyler, it was great having you on, my man.
It's great having you, man.
I
It's
really
great being
enjoyed
with
you.
you.
We'll have to get together and play some soon,
Got
hopefully.
to. I know where you're at now.
You know where I'm at now.
Heck
Flock of
of
Birds Production Studio. We're not hard to find.
It's a nice studio, man.
Hey, I dabble.
Shoot, man.
Uh,
I'm building one, but it ain't going to look like this.
it's a rental. But anyway, guys, for Tyler Carden, I'm John Covey Cole, guys. Until next week, keep on digging.
Thanks, guys. It's fun.
What do you got? What are you working with there?
What you got over there?
Mr. Coach Klein.
We took one of our flute players, got him into playing bass.
Let's say you
got him
just
into
had to
playing
say
guitar.
something about a flute player. Talking about band camp,
Oh,
you had to
yeah,
mention the flute
wow.
player.
Sorry, guys. For those of you that can't control yourself,
It's
John. No, I'm messing with you.
he's talking to me. He's talking to me.
Yeah, you can put it anywhere you want to, and there's like
That's
five
what
positions.
she said.
Yeah.
I got a urinal. How many people you know got a urinal in their house?
You got a urinal?
Ah!
Dude!
Ah!
I can't wait to see that in the blooper reel.
It's different.
Why do you have to tune down, you loser? It's hot in her.
It's hot in her.
Yeah. Spirit.
Spirit of the radio.
Spirit of the radio.